Okay, we're going to add some roofs to this survey drawing of a house. And we first of all go to the roof story in our organizer there. Go to activate the roof tool and you'll see there's 4 options for roofs here: north, south, west and east. Now in this case this would be our north slope, this would be our south. So it's which way the slope is facing, west and east, so on. In this case I'm going to choose the north roof slope. We come down here and the first thing we do is put in the spring point height of the roof from the project origin taken from our survey notes. So that's the height to the underside of the tiles at the front face of the wall. Thickness of the roof 50mm is fine. We don't know the pitch at this stage, so we'll just leave that at 45. Say OK. We define that spring line, so the pivot line of the roof, and then which way is up from there, so that way is up, and then we just draw the roof panel. Now what I'm going to do here is go and select an offset before we click that second point. So we click offset and then we define that offset by typing in R and 75. That will give us a 75mm overhang on all edges of that roof. Now we go and we're going to change the material on here to south, and that's the only difference between all of those 4 roof slopes is that texture. That makes it easier in Atlantis Render. Again, define the pivot line of the roof, which side is up, click, and then we click the start point, activate the offset, click the second point, type in R75, that will give us the overhang. Now by selecting one roof slope and then control clicking on the face, on the edge that's facing it, whilst the roof tool is active, Archicad will automatically calculate where those 2 roof slopes will intersect. Select the one that we've just enlarged, go to the 3D window by pressing F5, and then we just select the roof. What we're going to do now is to bring this down to the height that it would be by choosing our change pitch option that it needs to be. So we've got that ridge height from the survey. So referring to the survey notes, we're going to pull in that value and we just activate this process, type in Z and then enter the height. So that will give the Z value of the ridge of the roof. Up here it's now telling us what the pitch is, 34 odd degrees, and what we'll do is just round that off to 35. So that gives us a roof pitch of 35. It's always worth rounding them off to the nearest likely proper roof pitch. So we come back to this one now and we'll change that one to be 35 as well. So we've now got 2 roof pitches at 35 and we need to recalculate the intersection. So we select one, activate the roof tool, control click on its leading edge, select the other, control click on the other leading edge. So that's our 2 roofs. I'm now just going to set this as our default by alt clicking on it. And again change the texture to be west facing and we'll put in this little roof slope here. Again we define the pivot point, the up, and then just draw a rectangle. It's always worth keeping it back a little bit from the main roof. There's our overhang at 75mm. We're going to mirror it across, so just using the Control M to mirror, and again we calculate the intersection of those 2, activate this roof and calculate the intersection of those 2 just by selecting one, control click on the edge that's facing it. We go to the 3D view now. We just select all those roofs and we'll have a look at them in 3D. You'll see that we've got a little bit of tidying up to do underneath the gable there, but other than that our roofs are in pretty good shape. So to do that we select this roof, add a nodal point at the intersection between the 2, and then we'll add another nodal point, just giving it a bit of breathing space there, because what we're going to do is select that one, control click the edge, select that one, control click the edge, and then Archicad calculates exactly where they intersect. So it'll be a nice tidy connection, and you can see there we are. That's our roof coverings. Okay, just the covering, so that's representing the tiles themselves in our survey drawing. We don't need much beyond that. We don't need any structure below it. What we will be adding is things like ridge tiles, guttering, fascia boards. So check out the videos for those.